This is just going to be a little bit of a short type of podcast, and I hope everybody listens to me to the very, very end. Please put your side card down, whether you're Republican, Democrat, whatever it is. Put that down and look at this as a human being with common sense and his natural brain, and listen to what I actually have to say, because I'm trying to change this, because this stuff is actually becoming a pandemic and people just don't realize how much hatred and bitterness this stuff is actually spreading, especially when it comes to politics. You all have seen that people that come into conversations and everything, and they just want to, say, well, it's Republicans' fault for this, or Democrats' fault for this, or Democrats stand for this, or Republicans stand for this, putting every single Republican and every single Democrat in an actual box. See, when you do that, it starts to grow inside of you. It starts to grow into hatred and bitterness. It starts to make it to where it's my side only. My side is God, their side is the devil, to where you don't see the actual truth and facts in everything, in both actual sides, to know that there is actually good and bad on both sides. To say every Democrat is for this or every Republican is for this is just being naive. I know tons of Republicans that don't, consort to what the actual Congress is doing Republican-wise, and the same thing with Democrats as well. They just don't do it. I mean, they still kind of call themselves Republican Democrats, but they don't. They believe differently. They look at the policies. They look at all that other stuff, regardless of whether a person is Republican or Democrat. Plus, there are tons of people actually in government that are that way as well. You just don't see it because that's what the media doesn't want you to see. They want everybody to stay divided. They want everybody to stay fighting. So it fits their narrative to keep people watching, to keep people angry. Plus, it fits the narrative of the government as well. We stay fighting, stay divided. Guess what? They have more control over us. We need to get rid of the Democrat-Republican narrative and just looking at that on what we do as far as voting-wise, as far as politics-wise. There are so many people that become extreme with this when it comes time to vote. They just vote all Republican, for example, and they put a lot of people in office that shouldn't be in office, regardless of whether they're Republican or Democrat. We need to get back to an individuality of who an actual person is, what they are, what they stand for, what the policies are, what morality is with what they actually stand for. Because 99% of the time, every single time a person comes into the blame game with the Republicans or Democrats, I can take it and say, well, the other side does the exact same thing almost every single time. Let's stop thinking about side and labels first and actually start thinking about just being human and common sense first and foremost. Then talk about what is right and what's wrong is wrong.